Hello everyone, myself Pranav Rajveer, President of Koshap ITGGV chapter and currently studying in Guru Ghasidas University in Computer Science and Engineering and enrolled in third year. So today we are going to look at the Codeforces round 755 which happened a few days ago, and we are going to solve few questions related to that, and I'll be explaining you how to solve these questions. Looks quite basic questions like first three questions. So we will be solving these questions. So first of all, our first question is mathematical addition. In this question, we have been given an equation and we have to satisfy this equation and find the value of x and y in terms of u and v. So we have been given this equation. So, and also we are being given that the solution should not contain x equal to 0 or y equal to 0. So let have a look at the input and output. Okay, so now thinking about the solution. So this is our equation that we have been given. So first of all, we could take the LCM of this x v plus u y by u plus v u into v equal to x plus y by v plus u. Now cross multiplying, we could get x v u plus x u square plus u, okay, u v y plus u square y. U square y, and here we have u v x plus u v y. So u v x and u v y we will cancel out, u v y and u v y we can cancel out. So what we are left with is x v square plus u square y equal to 0. Okay, so yeah, so we have been left with these things. So we can say what we can say is that what we can say is that v square x equal to minus of u square y and u square by v square equal to x upon y, that is in minus sign. So we can also conclude from here that we should get x equal to minus u square and y equal to v square. So we should get the values of x and y in terms of this. We should get the values of x and y. So let's try to code the solution for this and see how we manage it. So let's try to do, and quite a basic question. So so what we have as input like u and v. So let's take first of all we have test cases. So the test cases goes like this, and we have as long log u comma v and c in u and v. So we could do like this, like we could assign the value of x as minus u times u, since we found out like that, and we could assign the value of y as v into v. Okay, and just we could see out the result like just we could see out the result like x and y. since we have to just print the since we have to just print the x and y value which we have to satisfy here. Okay, so I have been coding in the wrong file. No issue, I'll just copy paste here. So let's see whether we get the solution correct or not. Okay, so minus 11 minus 49. Okay, minus 925, no issue. It is just the multiple uh, of 9 and 25, so no issue. Let's try to submit this. Okay, okay, so we have got it accepted here with a nice time. So I think this was a very basic question and you guys must have got this question very nicely. So moving on to the next question, problem B. So this was a basically a little bit tricky problem. I mean, it took a bit of time for me as well to solve it. And let me check it's recording or not. Yeah. So it took a little bit time from me also to solve it and how to form the basic idea of this question. So what the question says, let's read it. So David was given a red checkered rectangle of size n into m, but he doesn't like it. So David cuts the original or any other rectangle piece. He can do this operation. And one more thing you have to notice here, that rectangles 1 into 1 are forbidden. So we can't do like 1 into 1 and a single cell. Okay, so we can't have a single cell. So now David also knows how to paint the cells blue. So basically what we have to do is we have just to find the minimum number of cells David will have to paint blue. Okay, and he can't means two colors can't be same if they are adjacent in the same part. Like you can see here in the test case as well, like this is one part and it's been divided by the grid lines. So this and middle one and the last one color can't be same, the middle one has to be different. So basically so basically as you can see here 1 and 3, so n value 1 and m value 3. So we can see here that let me explain you. uh, mm, is there an option of clearing canvas? Okay, let's try this. Yeah, looks fine, more good. Okay, so basically suppose if we have a test case of 1 and 3, 1 and 3, is it visible to everyone? So suppose we have 1 and 3. So 1 is the value of n and 3 is the value of m. So we could have n number of rows and m number of columns. Okay. So we have like this. So this and this could have the same color, but this has to be different color. So the minimum number of cells which he has to paint blue will be 1. Okay. So similarly, if we have like n into m equal to 2, so if n into m equal to 2, then we can say that either n is 1 or m is 1. 1. Okay, both of them can't be greater than 1. One of them will be greater than 1 and one of them will be 1. So it can be either like this or it can be either like this for uh, n into m equal to 2. So in both the cases at least one cell will be there which we will paint blue. So what it says that 50% chance is there, or we can say 1 by 2 chance is there that the cell will be painted as blue. Okay, so or we can also say that out of like this number of cells is 2, so 1 by 2 means one cell will be blue. So for n into m equal to 2 this is the case, and for n into m equal to 3, like if we have like this, so only one cell will be, so there is one third chance, means 33% chance that the cell here will be painted as blue. So we can see that for value 3 and value 2, which one is less? I mean, for value 3 we have less chances. Okay, the ratio is 1 is to 3, so we have less chances of it being blue. Okay, we have less chances of it being blue, and the percentage is significantly low than this. So what in the question we have to do is that we have to minimize, we have to minimize we have to minimize the number of, like we have to minimize the uh, cells that he paints blue. So how to minimize this? We can minimize this by minimizing this part. Okay, so how to minimize this part? This part can be minimized if we take the seal division, if we take the seal division of if we take the seal division of n into m upon 3. Like, let me tell you how I'm saying this. So yeah, so if we take the seal division, okay, so that means that um, the seal division basically means that out of the three rows that we have and one column that we have, we can only paint one blue minimum. Okay, minimum we can paint only one, maximum we can paint, but it's not a question of maximum, it's question of minimum. So we can paint only one. So only what we have to do here is that we have to calculate this. Okay, we have to calculate this. And how to calculate this? Basically just we are minimizing this, because we can't if we minimize this, then it's not going to be an optimal solution. Okay, because for n into m equal to 3, and for further when n into m is greater than 3, for that as well, if we divide the value of n into m by 2, it will obviously be 50%. Okay, if suppose n into m is even, then it will be same. Okay, but if n into m is odd, then it will be off by 1. Okay, so n into m, if it is greater than 3, then also we can use seal of this. Okay, so now I think you must have understood this solution, how to do this type of problem. Now I'll try to code it here. So basically I had pre-written this seal division function, and just we have to call this function and get our answer. So just take in input, and yeah, so now what we have to do, we have to take n and m. So int n comma m, c in n and m. Now what we have to do? Now we have to just take the result. So int result equal to seal uh, division of seal division of n into m comma 3. Okay, and just see out result. Okay, I think it's correct only. So just we have to see out this, and yeah, I think the answer will be there. Okay, uh, just a second. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so passed. So let me submit to Codeforces. Let's see. Yeah, so I've got it accepted as well. So this was also sort of a tricky question, because we had to use seal division and find out the way how to. Basically it was a question which was only, like we had to focus on small cases like n into m equal to 2 and n into m equal to 3, and then for after cases all the results were like pre-observed only. So this was also a nice question. So moving on to the next question we have is two arrays. So in this question, we have been given two arrays A and B. Let's define a transformation of the array A. Choose any non-negative integer case such that this. Choose K distinct and add one each. Okay, permute the elements. So basically, I'll tell you the crux of this question. Let me try to copy paste it somewhere. Hmm, can I do this here? Hmm, let me write it only. So what was the test case? Hmm, minus 100 and 002. Okay, so so in this question what we had to do is that we just had to convert the in this question we just had to convert, suppose this is array A and this is array B, so we just had to convert array A into array B by performing some operations on array A and choosing k distinct indices. Okay, and choosing k distinct indices choosing k distinct indices and choosing k distinct indices and increasing the element of those indices by 1 and checking whether it matches array B or not. We could swap, I mean permute the array A as well. So the approach that I used in this question was that suppose we have to convert minus 1 1 0 to 0 0 2. So if we take the indices at this 0 and 1 and 2, so if we take the indices 0 and 1, so just observe that if we add 1 here it will become 0, if we add 1 here it will become 0, sorry, it will become 2, and we don't have to add 1 here because we just have chosen these two indices, so it will be 0 only. And what we have to get, we have to get 002. So now how to convert this to this? So to convert this to this, just what we have to do is that we have to just swap this to this, which we can do and which is well within our rights as mentioned in the question. So these two become equal and we could output yes in that. So basically how to solve this question is quite easy, I think so. Like we just have to first of all take the input and sort the array, sort array A. Okay, uh, sort the array A, and then what we have to do, we have to sort the array B as well. And after sorting array A and B in the loop, we just have to check that the array A I plus 1 equal to B or not, and also uh, A of I equal to B of J or not. Okay, just we have to take these two conditions and we will get our answer. So let's do this as well. So so we have test cases as T and so what is the range, let me see. N is till 100 and this, so very small ranges, so no issue. Int A of n we can say and b of n. Okay, and also int a of n and b of n. Okay, so what we can do here is just that for int I equal to 0. Have we taken n till now? No. Int n cin n. Okay, so for int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, what we do here is that we just input the ai and we just sort the ai, means a. Now the same procedure is done for b as well. So the same procedure is done for b as well, and now what we do is that we uh, just um, we just or we can use j here as well, no issue. Just I don't want to use same variables everywhere. So now what we have to do here is that just we can declare a boolean as well. Boolean okay equal to true, let it be true initially. So if my a of I equal to b of I, or my a of I plus 1 equal to b of I, so what I can do here, I can just continue here. Okay, because I have pre-initially declared okay equal to true, so I can just continue here and say that okay, my okay is true here. Okay, so means that the condition is satisfied. So otherwise what I can do here is that I can put my okay equal to false and I can just break from here. Okay, so now if my okay is true, I can just see out. uh, if my okay is true, I can just see out this, and else see out no. So I think it should be correct. Let me see. Okay, J. Okay, it's correct. Let's see. Codeforces. So it's this is also accepted. Surprisingly, all are in 31 ms. So I hope you guys understood all the three questions of the current, like this round 755 nicely.